feel washed.
Cleansed.
Cleansed. No impurities left in my body.
I have a few impurities left in mine.
Take a sleeping pill, woman.
Some men don't like to kiss afterwards.
Well, those men are bores. You're to have nothing more to do with bores.
It's so nice that you like me.
I agree.
It's so nice that I make you feel washed.
Cleansed.
Cleansed. Has it ever felt that way before?
About 2 hours ago when we did it then.
No, before. When you were with my mother. Ross, you and my mother lived together. You almost got married. You're not trying to tell me you never did it, are you?
What I'm trying to do is hold my temper.
Why? I'm just asking if you liked it. Well, gather you liked it, otherwise it wouldn't have gone on so long.
Okay, now, Blake, just stop it.
You'd be such a prude, even lying in bed.
And you can be rather twisted.
Asking my lover about an old girlfriend that's twisted?
But that's not what you're doing. What you're doing is bringing Holly into bed with us, making us commit some kind of mental incest. And I just don't appreciate that.
You're so delicate. You've got a conscience like the Princess and the Pea.
Yeah, well, so can we drop it now?
Well, let's see. What can we talk about? Your campaign? Always your own favorite topic. I think that your next speech should take a firm stand on family values. What do you
man, I am just going to shoot you.
Did I say something wrong? Well, you can always just talk about apple pie, since I guess motherhood's just out of the question.
Why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to us? You know, I'm not going to be a contestant in some psychosexual game show answering these questions. Who looked better in bra and panties? Who was the more consummate pro in bed, the mother or the daughter?
Well, sorry. I'm just trying to take my compliments where I can get them. Maybe I'd rather be told that I was beautiful, or funny, or loyal, trustworthy, kind, etc., etc., etc. All I ever hear from you is how good I am in bed. Figure I might as well go for the gold, not the bronze.
I tell you you're beautiful.
Oh, shut up, Ross.
And I don't just like you in bed.
Well, you hardly see me in your eyes.
Blake, that's not true.
It's half true. That's close enough.
This argument has expanded to include the cosmos, when actually it's only about one specific issue, and that is, can we agree not to bring Holly into bed with us? Can we agree not to even think about Holly when we're together?
Sure, no problem. As long as you agree not to think about Alan Michaels.
Yeah, look, I've got this waste management thing at 11, then the luncheon at noon. That's too close. One of them's going to have to go.
You've got 2 speakers before you at that luncheon. It's better to go in late while they're still blowing hot air.
Actually, listen, I've got 2 speakers before me at that luncheon. It's better if I just walk in late. No. It will all be okay, Jane. All right. Good night.
That woman is so useless. I don't know why you keep her.
Oh, she's a volunteer.
Well, you get what you pay for. Of course, in my case, you get more than you pay for. Now, if you were paying me what Alan Michael used to pay me, we might just be able to call it even.
All right, what game are we playing now, Blake? A teenager? Am I supposed to get jealous and slam my locker door?
I know Mom was talking to you about me. It was about him, wasn't it?
Holly doesn't speak to me much about any topic these days.
Well, then what did she say? What, that I'm irresponsible, fickle, I used to wet the bed? Well, we all know that there's no shortage of people to tell you how bad I am.
This is like a contest to you, isn't it? Am I incidental?
No.
Well, what is it with you and Holly? Is it like borrowing each other's clothes?
It's not a duel to the death. It's just I'm always in the way, that's all. She would have had a much more thrilling existence had I not been born. Or so she thinks. Well, we all have our delusions, and she's welcome to hers.
I see. And you've risen above it?
You know what really gets me? It's, even though she may not be amused to have a daughter herself, she cannot bear the fact of anybody else caring about me. Whether it's you or Daddy or anyone.
Even Alan Michael.
Oh, that was one noteworthy example.
Blake, he married somebody else.
This is no news flash. Was that her pitch, Ross? She'll never get over Alan Michael, so why bother?
I didn't need your mother to tell me how you felt about it. I represented Alan Michael when you two divorced, remember?
That was the low point in the history of my self-esteem, so could we not hold that against me, please?
And later, when he married Eleni, I watched you drink yourself sick, bursting into tears whenever anybody looked at you.
Well, we all don't cut our losses as cleanly as you do, assuming you have any to cut.
Now, look, I'm not trying to embarrass you, and I've gnashed teeth with the best of them. I'm just trying to remind you that even at my advanced age, the memory's still there.
So, here we are, me wondering if you're hung up on my mother, and you firmly convinced I'm holding a torch for Alan Michael. Well, when you think about it, really, what does it have to do with us anyway?
Exactly. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Whatever it is we have between each other, it's not as if you're offering me your heart.
It's not as if you'd want it. It's a beat-up little thing.
And it's not that the past is so bad, Blake. It's just so pointless to discuss it. It makes for a very unpleasant conversation.
So we won't.
Thank you.
Yeah. We'll just go along our merry little way. Which ought to be a lot merrier now that we've largely eliminated the danger factor.
That's true, you know.
They may not be able to bottle hot sex, but we've done the next best thing, right? If you don't mind, I think I'll take a shower. Ed and Maureen don't hold me to a curfew, but I do like to beat the garbage men.
Yeah, be my guest. There's a clean towels and a thingamabob up there, and then, oh, I haven't got to the laundry. Won't be able to till this weekend, so take a clean towel for tomorrow night, too, huh?
Yeah, sure.
Blake, as it turns out, I have to go.
Okay.
I have this briefing with Detective Levy. He's head of the task force on the bombing.
Okay.
I know at this hour of the morning who needs it, but if I don't solve this thing, it's going to haunt the campaign well into October. Blake, where did you park?
I'm close. I'm fine.
So modest all of a sudden. Your skin is red.
Oh, the water's hot.
Your eyes, they're red, too.
I need your soap. Would you go if you're gonna go?
Why don't you let me? I think it's just that you're so sensitive to every little thing. Now, me, like linoleum, could wash me with lye once. It wouldn't make any difference. But your skin is like silk. I don't think she'd be touched any more roughly than this.
I think we set a new world's record for something.
What's the matter?
I'm just happy.
And that's rare?
That's rarer than you know.
Damn it. Sorry. Yeah. Ross Marler. Meet at the hospital. Yeah, I can do that. Okay, tell Detective Levy I'm on my way. Thank you.
Another one of your girlfriends?
Absolutely, and I have to go.
You keep saying that.
Well, I do now.
You keep doing it, too.
Mr. Hit and Run, playboy of the Western world here, huh?
You either have to say something very nice to me or kiss me before you leave. Take your pick.
Okay.
That was not a kiss.
Blake, come on. I don't have time to fool around. Oh, not on my suit. You're dripping wet.
I want to be kissed decently.
Okay. I guess I have time for one decent kiss.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe one indecent kiss.
Hi there. Am I interrupting something?
No.
That was a joke, Frank.
Yeah, right.
Stavros told me that you would be here.
I'm here.
Well, you're very lucky that I found you. Looks like you could use a friend. So he actually paid a woman to get into your bed?
Yep, and it worked.
You know, Alan Michael can be pretty devious when he wants something as much as he obviously wanted Eleni, but this
I've wanted to tear his head right off, you know that?
is ruthless. He's becoming more and more of a Spaulding every day.
Do you think this is funny?
Oh, you don't think this is funny, Frank?
No.
This has backfired on him. You've won.
No, I haven't.
Excuse me, but all you have to do is show this letter to Eleni.
No way.
Why not?
Because I tried. She wouldn't see it, she wouldn't hear anything about this. And I saw that with my own eyes. Should have realized that before. Blake, Eleni's happy. How can I wreck her life by forcing this down her throat?
You're just too noble for your own good, Frank.
Noble nothing. Just being realistic.
No, I don't think so. I think it's much more than that. You're one of the good guys, Frank Cooper. Don't ever change.
And Alan Michael?
Does what he has to get by, always has.
And you?
Me? Who knows?
I do. You are a very loving and caring person who doesn't think enough of herself. You know, if you would just let people see that side of you that I get to see, I think you'd be a lot happier person.
As happy as Eleni. So, Jane Doe happen to have a French accent, would she, Ellen Michael?
So when do you think you'll get out?
I keep asking. These doctors are so damn vague about my recovery, it's driving me crazy.
Well, doctors are trained to be cautious. I think you'll get out.
I'll take the bag. I know. Make sure nobody gets out unless they show ID.
What's going on?
I don't know. I'll find out. What do you mean the woman escaped? How the hell did that happen? Mallet!
You had something to do with that woman being smuggled out of here, didn't you, Ellen Michael?
Me? Don't be ridiculous.
Oh, come on. I saw the look on your face when Nick just told you. I know when you're up to something. Wait a minute. What? Of course.
Look, I am in a big hurry, Blake, okay?
I read Musette's letter to Frank. You know, I always wondered what you pulled in Paris to get Eleni to turn against Frank. You hired that woman to climb into his bed. You made it look like they were sleeping together.
You have no idea what you're talking about.
This makes perfect sense. Musette is the woman in that coma. Oh, my God. What have you done?
You're way off base here, Blake.
Oh, no. It's written all over your face, Alan Michael. Musette is the woman in that car blast. And you smuggled her out of here because you didn't want her talking. You were afraid that she would confirm what that letter said. That you hired her to steal Eleni from Frank.
I didn't have to steal Eleni. She loves me.
She loved Frank first. And you were willing to do anything to get her away from him. That letter proves it.
You know, you're basing a whole lot of accusations on one letter.
Oh, please. It was all there, Alan Michael. How could you do such a thing? Frank loved Eleni.
Yes, he's crazy about her. He's even crazy enough maybe to write that letter himself.
What?
Think about it for a minute, right? You know, he accuses me of some elaborate scheme. He turns Eleni against me. You know, he wins her back.
No. Frank didn't write that letter. I know his handwriting. That letter was written by somebody who knows the truth. Musette. And now she's barely out of a coma. She's the only person who could tell everybody what you did.
Listen, you and Frank haven't told this ridiculous story to anyone. Have you?
No. Frank doesn't have a clue that they're one and the same woman. I just figured that one out myself just now.
Are you gonna tell Eleni?
Does this mean you finally admit that you did it?
I didn't do anything. I just don't want you to upset Eleni.
No, I'm not going to tell her. But only because Frank made me swear that I wouldn't. So you can drop the act, Alan Michael. I know that you did it. You dumped me and you destroyed Frank's life all at the same time. You know, you have been capable of some pretty nasty tricks in your time to get what you wanted, but this is beyond anything I could have ever dreamed up. Why?
I love her.
So I gather. Do you love her enough to kill someone who would get in your way? There was a bomb planted in that woman's car. She almost died.
Look, I never wanted this to happen, okay? Never.
You did.
No, I didn't. Somebody else did. I never meant for this to happen this way, okay? I didn't want anybody to get hurt.
Oh, well, she is.
But look, it's not my fault. It's not my fault. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, okay? I'm so sorry. What am I going to do?
I don't know. But we're going to get you out of here before anybody sees you like this. Come on.
So the police are doing everything possible to find this woman. All we can do really is wait.
Well, I certainly hope it works out. So I gotta get back. If there's anything I can help you with, let me know.
Hey, Ed.
Yeah.
Did Blake happen to tell you where she was going with Ellen Michael?
Blake went someplace with Alan Michael.
Well, Harley saw them leave together, and with the storm getting bad, I was worried about her being out in it.
Being out in the storm or being out with Alan Michael?
Out in the storm.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I'm sure there's a good reason why she's with him, and she can be with anybody she wants, and so can I. We have that kind of relationship.
Would you mind my asking exactly what kind of a relationship that is?
Why? Are you asking my intentions toward your stepdaughter, Doctor?
No. No, I don't have a right to do that. I was just wondering how you guys are getting on.
Fine, fine. It's a little awkward at times. She's so much younger than I am, and sometimes I think that Holly might be right.
About what?
Oh, she thinks I'm trying to recapture my youth going through this midlife crisis.
Hey, that happens.
Maybe, though, I won't have to worry about that. Blake will eventually lose interest and move on, I'm sure.
Now, why would you think that?
That's just the way she is.
And so you want to protect yourself and distance yourself before that happens, huh?
Ed, I care about her a great deal. Probably more than I should. But sometimes I cannot forget who her father is.
There you are. I want to talk to you.
Come on, Roger. I just don't have the time right now.
Well, make time.
I just had to get out of there.
You can't drive in this weather anyway.
Even the weather's working against me.
What did you do, Alan Michael?
I couldn't tell Eleni about Paris, Blake. I can't. I won't lose her. And that wasn't my fault. Come on, that's the absolute truth. I never intended to harm anyone. Somebody was working for me. They completely misunderstood what I wanted them to do. And when I think about all the harm that he caused, and when I think about Malik,
Maybe you shouldn't be telling me all
Blake, I have to talk to somebody about this. I feel like I've been running around in a nightmare for the past few days. I never intended for it to happen this way. Nobody was supposed to get hurt. Blake, if you were working for me, this never would have happened. You would have been able to fix everything. He's the only one that I can trust right now. I never felt so alone in my entire life.
What are you trying to pull? Getting Jenna deported?
So that's what this is about.
I know you're behind this.
My office did not instigate deportation proceedings.
But you encouraged it, didn't you?
Look, immigration called me. They asked if I thought if her visa should be renewed. I considered her record, and I told them no.
But all the charges against her were dropped.
Be that as it may, her visa has expired.
But it could easily be renewed if you hadn't interfered.
The only way she can remain in this country is to be gainfully employed or to be sponsored by an American citizen, and I don't think your relationship satisfies those requirements, all right? Although I must say, being with you does require an awful lot of work.
Oh, come on, look, whatever your personal animosity toward me, don't you think it's pretty low going after Jenna?
No, this has nothing to do with you or me. The woman is a thief.
The charges were dropped.
Roger, talk to immigration. They're the ones that want to deport her. And I'm sorry, but you'll have to find another playmate.
Oh, you're a fine one to talk about playmates, Ross.
What is that supposed to mean?
Well, let's just say that I find it intriguing that Holly chose to mention you in her tirade against older men with younger women the other day. Now, why do you suppose she did that?
I don't know. I don't understand anything Holly's doing these days.
Yes, her behavior's even more erratic than usual lately, isn't it? Very dangerous quality for the member of the press, especially one who could have damaging information about a certain senatorial candidate's personal life. And if she knows, how long before the rest of the press finds out?
Concerning my personal life, I have nothing to hide.
Never underestimate the public's appetite for a scandal, Ross. Not in an election year.
Do you believe what I've told you?
Yes, I do. You're capable of a lot, Alan Michael, but I don't think you would deliberately hurt somebody.
No, I wouldn't. I swear it.
What are you going to do if Eleni finds out about this?
She won't. I won't let that happen.
What have you done with a woman?
She's perfectly safe.
She's supposed to be in a hospital.
Well, she's going to be taken care of, all right? Believe me. When she's well enough to travel, I'm going to have her shipped out of the country.
What's to stop her from writing another letter or trying to contact Eleni?
Because I'm going to give her a lot of money, which is what she wanted in the first place.
Yeah, well, you gave her a lot of money before and she kept coming back.
Well, in light of everything that's happened, Blake, I think she's going to be a little too frightened to come back. I think of that. How that idiot I hired almost ruined everything.
Well, I hope for your sake that this is the end of it.
It's been like a nightmare, Blake. It was Eleni, you know? All I wanted to do was to make her happy. When she's in my arms, it's like nothing else matters.
You really do love her, don't you?
She's so good, Blake. She's so good and she's honest. I mean, honesty is the one thing that she prizes above anything else. She has so many qualities that I admire, you know, qualities that I would like to think that I have. But I don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't be talking to you about Eleni.
Well, I never thought I'd hear myself say this. That's okay. You can talk about Eleni all you want. I understand. You know, when I think about what we had before, we're just so much alike. It's like we validated each other's behavior, you know?
No, it can't be so bad if she thinks it's okay.
Exactly. Then you realize what you really want in a person is somebody that's better than what you are. At least what you think you are. Someone you can learn from. Brings out all the good parts in you and that you respect.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
The thing is, if they're so perfect, why would they want somebody who isn't?
I want to talk to you. How could you take Blake into your home after what she did to me?
She needed a place to live.
So let her move in with her boyfriend, Ross.
Oh, come on.
Man, come on, you're the only one I can talk to about this whole mess.
I don't see what that has to do with me letting Blake stay with us for a while.
You don't? Oh. You don't see how humiliating this whole situation has been to me? How can you take her side anyway?
It's not a question of taking sides. I just don't want to turn my back on her.
You turned your back on me easily enough.
Oh, honey.
I can't even count on you. Thanks a lot. You know about the missing patient. Great, Nick. Well, keep on it. Let's try and get it on the 6 o'clock news. Okay.
Listen, I'm going to see if I can find out what's going on with the investigation.
All right, just be careful.
Yeah, I will. You're a good friend.
Mom?
Blake? What is it?
Oh, it's nothing.
Where have you been?
Out driving.
In a storm?
I like storms. They energize me.
Yes, I remember. Were you alone?
Yeah.
No, you weren't. You were with Alan Michael.
So why'd you ask me? Jealous?
No, I was just curious as to what you would say. Why do you lie to me?
Honest? I don't know. It's just a nasty old habit, I guess. Oh, come on, Ross. Don't be so surprised. I'm just bad, right?
Excuse me.
Ross?
So I'm glad. Have they had any luck finding this missing patient?
Ed, did you want me to call Maureen and tell her that you'll be late?
No, you don't have to. I've already done it.
So, have they found out any news on that patient?
No, I was just telling Alan Michael. I mean, the police have looked everywhere. They can't come up with anything. I guess the 2 orderlies that smuggled her out of this place vanished into thin air.
It's amazing how some people can get away with almost anything.
Yeah. Look, I gotta get going. Elena's probably wondering where I am. I'll see you later.
It's hot. It burned like hell.
Oh, I burned his leg.
Yes, you're gonna get a citation.
Coffee never felt so good.
Wait.
I felt that.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna get Dr. Bauer. I'll be right back.
He's gonna get the doctor. You're gonna be okay. Everything is gonna be okay.
I just don't know how long she can survive without medical attention, you know? I just don't want you to have to worry about this, okay? Oh, good. It's good to know. I thought maybe, 2 guys dressing up as orderlies and knocking out the police guard and then rolling one of our patients out under our noses in broad daylight. Someone we know nothing about except that they tried to blow her up with a car bomb. Somewhere in there might be something to worry about. I just want you to know that Spaulding's behind the hospital's position. Perfect. Look, maybe I better cancel my trip.
There's nothing you can do here. Elaine's waiting for you on the yacht.
Yeah, you're right.
Elaine?
I got some news on the missing woman. Now, I figured that these guys would try and get rid of the name tags and the uniforms fast, so I checked around and found these and these in the trash outside.
Well, these certainly look like the hospital IDs we give to all employees.
Well, those could have been tossed by anybody.
No, I doubt that.
Here, may I? Yeah, these could be fakes.
Yeah, I thought about that, too.
Well, look, why don't we let the police handle it for me?
Ed, excuse me, I think you should take a look at Mallet. He says he's regained feeling in his legs.
All right, tell Ross what you found, all right? Excuse me.
Okay,
What's going on, Nick?
Listen, I found the uniforms outside in the trash right by the exit that I would think Jane Doe would be taken out of. These are the name tags. Now, I think it's worth checking.
Absolutely. Good work.
Ross, I just spoke to your campaign headquarters, and there's been a change in the schedule. I really need to talk to you.
Could wait?
No, please, could you just come over here?
Excuse me, just be a minute.
Sure.
Well, come on, can't this wait?
No.
What was that for?
You want honest? That's as honest as I know how to be.
That still doesn't change the fact that you lied to me.
Oh, you're not so mad, are you? It's just a little teeny-weeny white lie.
You just don't understand. It's... Well, never mind.
What?
No, never mind.
No, what? What?
It just seems to be second nature to you. You just lie. Even when there's no reason to, and it seems to be easier for you.
What can I say? It's a disease. I'm in desperate need of your help.
Yeah, I'll be right there.
Blake, I gotta go.
I've never been with anybody who's put much stock in the truth before, so perhaps with a little bit of guidance, a firm, helping hand, there might be some hope for me.
Maybe.
Nick, I want to take the ID and the uniforms to Detective Levy, see what he can make of it.
Okay, great.
What's wrong?
Nothing.
Well, what did Ross find out about the name tags?
Nothing.
It's not good. You know, maybe I better stick around here.
Don't you think you ought to go see your wife? I mean, this is why you did it in the first place. Why jeopardize that?
No, it's okay.
Why would somebody go through all this trouble just to shut this woman up?
I don't know. That's the million-dollar question.
So, anything?
Not really. I checked with the government agencies. Nothing they're involved in.
What about the ID tags?
Well, the fingerprints had been wiped off them, but we can't determine where they came from. In fact, we're already checking with Spaulding, see if they were stolen from there. I mean, they do supply the hospital, don't they?
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, can I speak with you for a minute? Sure.
Hi.
Hi.
It's awfully warm in here, don't you think?
Blake. Listen. You don't have to always undress every time we disagree.
No, but aren't you glad I did?
We've got a break.
What is it?
Well, they found the motel where the woman was staying.
Let's go. We'll call Chief Ryan on the way.
You better hope they don't find anything, or else it's going to be hell for you.
Yeah, well, that was real bright, dumping the uniforms right outside the hospital. But never mind that. How's the girl? Good. See that you do. I don't want anything else happening to her. That's okay. And the police aren't going to find anything in her hotel room. My guys made sure that they even took the reservation cards.
Oh, well, your guys don't exactly inspire confidence.
Look, Blake, you work for Ross now. Isn't there any way that you could find out how things are going, you know, discreetly?
No, don't ask me to get involved in this.
You helped me out before, and I really appreciate it.
Yeah, well, that was probably a very bad idea.
Blake, I told you before, and I thought you understood. I did not want to hurt anyone. The only reason that I got involved in this in the first place was because I didn't want to lose Eleni. Unless that is still bothering you.
No, it's not. Like I said before, this has nothing to do with you anymore. I will not say anything to anybody about what you told me. I just can't do this anymore. I'm tired of it. I am tired of lying.
Well, so am I. All I know is you just don't have a choice when it comes to love. Well, who would have thought it? Blake Thorpe fighting for truth, justice, and the American way.
I know you think it's a joke.
No, I think it's great. But Blake, I don't want to live this way. You know, looking over my shoulder every second. I think maybe you have the right idea. Maybe it's kind of lucky that I got myself into this mess.
You gotta be kidding me.
I know what you mean about the lies. Look, I came very close to losing Eleni last night, and it scared me to death.
You really do love her, don't you?
I'm just so tired of playing games, you know? Trying to get the one-up on the competition. I'm just spinning my wheels. Maybe I would have been better off if I just worked like everybody else and plodded along.
I can't believe what I'm hearing.
Look, Blake, I have somebody in my life right now that I thank God for every day. Nothing is worth losing that.
This is almost comical. What, the two of us were forming at the same time?
No, I know why I am doing it. I mean, I love Eleni. What's your excuse? How'd it go?
I'll tell you one thing, whoever did this is very professional.
Did you turn up anything?
No, nothing. At this point, we have nothing whatsoever to go on.
Oh, damn. Well, I better get going.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll call you in a couple of days once we're out to sea.
Going somewhere?
Yeah, Eleni and I are going to take a cruise. It's kind of a second honeymoon.
Blake. Why did you walk away from me back there?
You scolded me sufficiently. I got the message. No more PDAs.
PDAs?
Public displays of affection. Mea culpa. You want me to get down on my knees? I'll get down on my knees.
Please, that won't be necessary. Thanks.
What do you want?
What do you want?
Asked you first.
I'm just trying to consider the consequences of our actions. I'm thinking about the future, because all you can seem to think about is the immediate moment.
It's called living, Ross. Those little unexpected things that happen, you know, the little surprises. If you had it your way, your whole life would be mapped out from cradle to grave. What is the point? Why bother getting up in the morning?
Are you saying that I lack spontaneity? Is that what you're saying to me? Look, a kidnapping occurred here. An event that carries with it a certain amount of gravity, don't you think?
Look, I promise not to kiss you or touch you or engage in any kind of conduct that could be misinterpreted. People won't even think we like each other.
I don't think we have to go that far.
Well, we must think of the consequences of our actions.
Blake, we work on a campaign together. We're going to have to spend some time together.
Maybe, maybe not.
Blake!
Never mind. Can I help you?
Well, actually, I was trying to track down Alan Michael.
Alan Michael went home. He's getting ready for a trip with Elaine. Why? What's up?
Well, it's just something that I need to ask him. It's all right, Ross. I'll figure it out myself.
Hello?
Can't you get a phone of your own?
Ross.
I don't like it, Maureen, knowing every time I call, you know. I feel like I'm in high school.
What do you want?
You still work for me?
Yes, I do.
Then I want to see you in my office first thing in the morning.
Is this business or pleasure?
Just be there.
Yes, boss. Hi, is anybody home? Oh, Marie, hi.
Hi, is Ed around?
No, what's the occasion?
Oh, I just like to see his face every 48 hours. Oh, you mean these? They're yours, actually. They were on the front porch. I think somebody missed the bell. I can guess who they're from.
Thanks for everything, Alan Michael.
Oh, don't tell me.
Oh, no, that's over. That's finished.
Are you sure?
Absolutely. Came to me today in a, well, not exactly a flash, more like a thud. You know, a nothing. That's what I felt, nothing. It's a very liberating experience, actually.
You're in love with Ross, aren't you?
Good evening, Max. I'm going to be meeting a Mr. Nakamura tonight. I don't have any messages, do I?
Sorry, nothing yet. But if someone calls, I'll let you know.
Thank you. Could I get a scotch on the rocks, please?
Sure.
You were expecting someone else, weren't you?
I certainly wasn't expecting you.
Are you disappointed?
What do you want?
Oh, direct. I like that in a man.
Considering the company you keep, I don't think I'll take that as a compliment. Hasn't that been?
I'm having such a terrible time with those nasty little immigration people. They want to throw me out of the country, so I thought you would be the man to help me. You're so determined and strong and important.
Yes. I'll give you, you have nerve, I'll give you that.
And you have to admit I'm a very colorful addition to the surroundings.
Yes, I must say, Springfield would be a duller place without you.
And I can be ever so much fun. I have an idea. Why don't we sit over there and put our heads together?
So it's not just some fling with Ross, huh? This smells great. Is that what he said?
No, it wouldn't be like him to say anything. Of course, you know what he's like more than the rest of us.
You seem like such an unlikely couple. Of course, you never know about chemistry. Oh, well, chemistry we have loads of. Is there anything else? I wish I knew. Does he know how you feel about him?
I thought I heard you.
Hi, sweetheart.
Will you take over Miss Diane's homework?
You bet. I'm sorry that I wasn't here earlier to go over this with you.
That's okay. I wanted to see if I could do it myself.
Are you an early riser?
Yes, as a rule.
Oh, good. I'll call your secretary first thing in the morning and have her set aside a few hours, maybe even the whole day, so we can discuss my little problem.
Yes, you are something, but I'm rather busy these days, you know.
I have a feeling that you'll be able to squeeze me in somehow. Oh, I need to make a phone call, if you'd excuse me.
Of course.
Trying your hand with younger women now, are you?
She just seemed so willing.
Forget it. You don't have what it takes.
Oh, with a woman as desperate as Miss Bradshaw, you never know.
You enjoy yourself while you can, because come election day, you're going to be scrambling around trying to pick up the pieces.
Well, according to the polls, the voters don't agree with you, Roger.
Polls change.
So do women's loyalties. I wouldn't let her linger alone too long.
A chicken lays eggs almost every day. Does it have to be fertilized each time?
Gee, I don't really know the answer to that. Why don't we go and look it up? And let's tuck you into bed. It's very, very late. Come on, say good night.
Night, Blake.
Good night.
Night.
Good night.
Perfect mom.
Yeah, you know, sometimes I think if I had a mom like that when I was growing up, you know, maybe... You know,
Yeah.
maybe...
I know exactly what you mean.
Hola. Yeah, she's here. Hang on, Blake's for you.
Hello?
Hi, sweetie.
Dad.
Listen, your boss is here at the Towers Club.
My boss?
Marlar? I guess it's hard for you to remember you actually work for the man, huh?
Yeah. Sometimes it is.
Well, he's here meeting with Makoto Nakamura as we speak. You remember him from your days at Spalding?
How can I forget? He owns half the state.
Yeah, and I thought he was backing Flynn, but now I'm not so sure. You think you could get over here and find out what's going on?
Oh. Gee, Dad, I was just about to call it a night.
Oh, honey, I sure could use your help with this one. Oh, never mind. You must be bushed. I'll figure something out.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, Dad. I'll just get myself together and be there as soon as I can. Bye.
Speaking of parents, huh?
Yeah, back to reality.
I can't help it if men find me irresistible. I don't do anything.
No, just always leave him wanting more.
Without a little intrigue, life would be very boring.
Club soda, please. And I'll be over here.
Okay.
Listen, I have to talk to somebody about something. It'd just be a few minutes.
It wouldn't happen to be Miss Club Soda over here, would it?
Strictly business. She's a private investigator. She's doing some work for me. I won't be long.
Roger, how do you do it? You find a leggy brunette to do your investigating for you?
I won't be long.
Don't worry, I'll occupy myself. May I help you?
I've seen you around town, but we haven't been formally introduced yet. Now that you're sleeping with my father, I think it's about time. Blake Thorpe.
Oh, it's very good to meet you, Blake.
So is it serious?
I think perhaps we better let your father answer that.
I guess that won't be necessary. Looks like you've already got competition.
Oh, I don't have anything to worry about. That young woman's a private eye.
Right. Well, it's been fun.
Ah.
I hit pay dirt. I had Mr. Marlar's home under surveillance, and there was a woman there last night.
Did you get a good look at her?
Not really, but the shots are really clear, and once the lab develops them and blows them up, I think we'll know exactly who she is.
You're good in these fits. I've been trying to figure out who Marlar's mystery woman is for weeks.
Well, this should make you a very happy man. And I'll have the photos for you first thing tomorrow.
You know, if this all pans out, I think Thorpe Industries could use a talent like yours full time.
Well, you'd have to make me an offer I can't refuse.
I'll do that. I look forward to seeing you in the morning.
My pleasure.
Dad, we have to talk.
You have work to do.
No, but...
Now listen, everything is coming together. Marlar's campaign is about to experience a major setback.
I wouldn't start celebrating just yet.
What's wrong?
Well, put it this way. Miss Phipps, she shouldn't quit her day job.
What are you talking about?
Ross is miles ahead of her. He knew he was being followed. He was joking about it this morning.
Listen, she's got photographs of him alone with some woman in his house.
One of his speechwriters. He is dying for you to use this stuff. It would destroy Flynn's credibility.
Oh, come on.
And turn our DA into a martyr. We just can't have this kind of incompetence.
No. I'll get someone else.
I wouldn't do that.
Why not?
Ross is feeling pretty invincible right now.
Yeah, I know. We spoke.
And he trusts me. If you start sending people to snoop around, it's just going to make him more cautious, less likely to slip up.
So now you do believe that there's a mistress there?
Well, the other day he got a phone call from a woman. She didn't leave her name. It was at campaign headquarters. And I picked up the extension as he was trying to get rid of her. He said that it was very dangerous for her to call him there. Well, I just didn't want to tell you till I had something more definite.
Oh, no, this is very encouraging.
I just don't need anybody else slipping up.
No, you're right.
Speaking of which, I'd watch my back with that jewel thief if I were you. I mean, fun's fun.
Oh, Jenna's all right.
No.
No. I don't want to pursue this anymore. I want you to find out what's going on between Mahler and Nakamura, okay?
Where are they?
Gone. I guess he felt uncomfortable talking to him with me around.
Well, I'll get on it.
All right.
Oh, Def, don't worry about Miss Phipps. I'll handle that. I'm here on behalf of my father. I'll be picking up the photos from the lab.
All right. Well, here's the receipt. And ask for Barry.
Thank you. You're welcome. My father's very pleased with your work, but as of now, you're off the case.
To the future senator. Well, thank you. And your support is going to go a long way towards making that a reality, Mr. Nakamura. Call me Makoto. Makoto. You know, I was thinking that the policies I support, I was thinking they wouldn't be that popular with big business.
Leo Flynn is very short-sighted. He made more promises that he could ever possibly keep. Your way may cost me a bit more now, but in the long run, it's good for the economy. I admire a man who can make the tough decision.
Thank you, Makoto. I appreciate hearing that.
Oh, listen. I have to run for another meeting, if you can believe it.
At this late hour?
Yes. You have the place to yourself. Please, stay and enjoy it. Whatever you want, tea, sake, dessert, just tell the waitress. She'll take care of you.
Well, thank you. I do have a speech for tomorrow that I want to review, so I think I will stay for a while.
Good. Please, don't get up.
Good. I don't think I can. They may find me in this position tomorrow morning.
Very good talking with you.
And with you. Good night.
Night.
Oh, I'm not used to sitting in this position for so long. Thank you, that would be better. Thank you. Oh, yes. Oh, that's good. Did Makoto ask you to do this?
No, I thought of it all by myself.
Blake.
Your wish is my command.
Oh, you are just so full of surprises. Not that I'm complaining, mind you.
We have to be a lot more creative about how and where we get together.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, there. Dear heavens. Where did these come from?
My father hired a private investigator to keep tabs on you. She was camped outside of her house last night.
Holy. It was a she?
Luckily, I overheard her reporting to Dad, and these were still in the lab being blown up.
Oh. Oh, that is not really my best side, is it? How did you get these?
I said that you were working with a speechwriter and that you knew you were being tailed.
I bet your father just loves that. Oh.
I convinced him that she was totally incompetent, and I fired her for him. And I made her fork over the receipt.
Did you get the negatives?
Right here.
Thank heaven. Although I suppose releasing these, that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, huh?
Ross, Daddy can't find out about us till after the campaign. When are you going to get that through your thick head? What? What are you smiling at?
This disguise of yours.
You like?
I like very much. I take it it's safe to assume that nobody followed you here.
Oh, that's not why I did this. I just thought it might be fun. And Mr. Nakamura agreed to let me lock up the place. I told him that we were working on the campaign, burning the midnight oil.
What about the cook, the waitresses?
All gone home. We have the whole place to ourselves for the rest of the night.
You know something? You are a very imaginative young lady.
Yes.
And resourceful, too. Yes. Just amazing. In my life, I've never met anyone like you.
What do you mean, amazing?
You outsmarted a private investigator. You outsmarted your father. You charmed the pants off Mr. Nakamura, figuratively. You charmed off my pants, literally. And that's all in a day's work. Blake. You truly are one of a kind.